Fuck, I need to update this. Leveraging AI is becoming so important in programming in today's day and age. The rapid growth of AI from OpenAI and ChatGPT and various other companies is incredible, to the point where developers who are actively using AI or are going to leave developers who are not using AI in the dust. Take, for example, two programmers who are brand new, not even called programmers quite yet. One is actively leveraging AI, whether it's just ChatGPT to learn and get information, and the other one is not. I can guarantee that the rate of growth between the developer using AI is going to completely outpace the developer not using AI, especially if they're leveraging all of the tools given to that person in order to grow quickly, efficiently, with good habits in mind, and so many more things that I'd like to dive into a little bit in this video. So with all that being said, I kind of want to dive in and show you a few different things that I really enjoy using as a programmer. So the first thing I want to show you is obviously ChatGPT, but not just ChatGPT. We're going to go over into the plugins here, and we're going to use a plugin that I've been using quite a bit called Ask the Code. What's really cool about it is you could drop in a GitHub link and simply ask it to tell you about it. So let's drop in the link, and we're going to say, can you tell me about this repo? Let's see what it says here. So it does quite a bit here. What's interesting is it does go through and analyze every little thing, which is interesting. Well, I wonder if it would be faster if it knew which folders it could kind of ignore. So let's see. This structure suggests a comprehensive Flutter project with support for multiple platforms and possibly some backend or tooling components using Node.js. The use of directories like lib/models, blah, 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 indicates a modular organized code base following good practices in Flutter app development. Well, thank you very much, ChatGPT, because I try. While this loads, just think about being able to take open source repositories that you're not super familiar with, dropping a link in here, asking it to tell you about it, ask it to teach you things, and go into more in-depth explanations than you'd ever be able to do on your own. So now that this has pretty much gone through and loaded most of it up, it tells us a little bit about main, the entry point, the models folders, the services folders, the views, and the widgets I've created. So this is pretty much most of the application, and we'll dive into that as well in a second. So what I want to do now, interestingly enough, it'll link you directly to the GitHub as well. So if we just click this, it brings you right to that folder with that code in it. So that's just simply incredible. So what I want to do is I want to ask it something a little bit generalized. For example, let's say, what can you tell me about the application itself in general? What I want to do next is I want to ask it what features this trivia app currently has and what features this trivia app could use. This app is nowhere near complete, but it does have quite a bit in it. So I'm pretty curious what it's going to be able to deduce based on the code into actionable things to do within the application. So let's see what kind of it said here. So we have trivia quizzes, user authentication, user profiles. So it's getting pretty much everything that I have in here so far. Firebase integration, state management, API interaction, material design, responsive layout, theme toggling, light and dark theme, which I just added pretty recently. So that's great. Okay, so now that we're pretty much loaded up here, let's see what it said. So trivia quizzes, dynamic question fetching, user authentication, user profiles, answer review, theme customization, responsive, and intuitive UI. So that's what it's telling us that we have right now. Great. So if ChatGPT were to suggest additional features, let's take a look. So we have leaderboards and social features. Interesting. That would be cool. Custom quiz creation. Cool. Achievements and rewards. Offline mode. That's something that That would be a little tough because we're using a free API that comes over the internet right now. Educational features, multiplayer mode, personalized quiz recommendations, voice interaction, internationalization and localization, and push notifications. So this is just one legitimate list that this was able to give me based on reading my repository, and that's all it did. That's how incredible something like this is. And we could go even further by taking this and having it actually program for us. Can you please scaffold the code needed to add, let's say, custom quiz creation to this application? All right, now that this is kind of fully loaded up, let's take a look at what it said. We have certainly, great, tells us to define a quiz model, tells us to define a quiz creation service using Firebase. We have quiz creation screen, cool, and integration with the main app. So it gives us full scaffolding for exactly what we needed to do. So we copy paste this into our application. We see what errors there are. We kind of fix that and work with that. And then we have a perfectly scaffolded, ready to go boilerplate to add in this additional quiz creation. So with all of this kind of being in the forefront of today's technology, not taking advantage of it, I think, is ridiculous. You have quite a few naysayers out there and people who are against using AI, especially in the development and engineering worlds. And to them, I say, well, I just don't understand. Help me understand why this is something you wouldn't use to simply get ahead, further your career, make more money, and get to the place you want to get to faster. If you want to take a look at the GitHub for this Trivia Night app so far, it is in the link below, as well as the next video. We are going to take one of those features it told us that we could add to the Trivia Night app, and then we're going to go ahead and add it. So let me know in the comments, based on the features it suggested we add, let me know which one you'd want us to add, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go and add that feature, and we're going to use AI to help us the entire time. Thanks for watching, guys.